I don't think it's going to be a blown-out match, but it's going to be close, and I think Singleton deserve and warrant the right to be going into this match as favourites. Tommy Johnson's been outstanding, as well as Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner I class as the same as Tom Hagan. I always say, mate, they're centres, they're 5'8".
That's right. He'll make a difference. We missed that go forward last week, mate, for sure, and he'll make a massive difference.
But for Aberdeen, they've also got Trent Walker out, is one of the names that I can sort of notice. The other front rower, I'm trying to think who it was, but it's Daniel Hugo starting in the second row as they take the field, the Singleton Greyhounds, led out by that man Luke Gardner in number 10. Very loud, as you can hear the crowd down there. It's going to be a cracking match, and we're going to do our best to call it, aren't we?
Oh, hopefully I'll help you out a little bit.
Step in where you can. Bengo's going to be absolutely filthy. We can talk about this because I've got a headset on now and not using my neck as much.
Can I be a little bit biased like he was last week? Was it last weck the young fella was playing last week? Hey? And he clapped on the Musselbrook Rams all the time, and it was Demon and Singleton.
Oh, Musselbrook Rams. He did it. No, his words were Musselbrook or the Rams or something, but I put the Demon. I'm the guilty one of putting the Demon Rams on the end of that, but it was just quality. But like I said, without them guys, we would not be able to provide this type of commentary and feedback for those that can't be at the match.
No, that's right.
And especially Andrew Hughes. Andrew Hughes, one of our main followers, and he's big on his rugby league in the area and the Newcastle competition. He was over in Bali on Thursday night on the beach at sunset.
Yeah,
listening to the commentary while we're in the freezing cold. Yep. It's things like that you go, it's all worth it.
Yeah, that's right.
Blokes that are at work.
We're shift workers, as most of us are out here in the Hunter Valley, and for us to be able to put it on and listen to it at work, it makes a difference. You just can't take it all the days off, and probably while I'm at that, I should give a little shout out to a couple of Musselbrook boys that work for us. Bradley Mears, he's running water for Dunny these days, and it's pretty embarrassing at the moment. His legs are terrible.
Bradley Mears, rightio. I know Mears, he's been listening in a bit, but he's I don't know whether he'd be listening today. He's listening in. Yeah, good luck to him. He's running the water for Dunny. That's well, I couldn't see Dunny running the water even on the best day, even before his neck. But
no, that's right.
Very unusual sight here is Jai Bailey's up on the platform with us. Usually he's down in the Bengalla area, and I'm guessing there's no sponsors day up here today, so he's making the most of. There's a few people up here, but life members and Pappy.
Yep. The boss.
You'll hear Pappy during the day coming through our commentary. So, and the referee, of course, today is the man himself, Jesse Rudder.
Look at the legs on him. I think his shorts are a little bit tight.
Again, your words, not mine. You're going to hear that a lot today. I don't mind Jesse, and good on him. He's mic'd up for sound.
Head or tail, Ben? Heads. Heads. Tail.
Tail, so Ben.
Right up the hill. Righto, kicking that way.
Luke Gardner says at Singleton, we'll run up the hill. So they're going to run towards the opposite end of the highway, and Aberdeen to kick off to the highway. Is that uphill?
Well,
they train here often, don't they?
Yeah, I've trained here. I don't think there's any uphill much in it.
One of your best, Luke Gardner. That's one of your best. As we look down here, Ben Baker puts the ball on the tee. There's no mucking around. They want to get things started here at Pirtek Park for the Bengalla Group 21 first grade clash between Aberdeen and Singleton. Yes, here we go. It's you and Bartholomew to kick. No, Ben Baker. Here we go. Ben Baker puts it high towards the highway end. It's going to bounce. They're going to let it bounce. It's gone into touch. Has it? Yes. Oh, what is happening there? Brendan Chalker, a bit of breakdown of communication between him and Jakey Smith, was it?
Yeah, that sure was. Yeah, just a bit nervous too. The young fella playing first grade today.
No, it might have been the centre there. Is that Cody? Cody Argent. Yeah, so a bit of a breakdown in communication. And they've let it bounce 10 metres in from their own try line. Aberdeen on the attack straight away. Forward and feed the scrum. He's going to go to the boy with Bayswater and Power Station for legs. Hamish Wolfgang. He makes it up. Still 10 metres out, just on the other side of the field. Number 14, who started the match, is Cox. No, that's not Cox. That's Josh Tickle. He's in the hooker position at the moment. But we see Ben Clark go in there to hooker now. Take back over the roll. Forward with the ball. Runs across field. Brings under big man bun there with Marcus Marsh. He's from dummy half. I'm just trying to get my bearings here at the moment. There's a great tackle there by number 11 for Singleton.
Ethan Edwards.
We've called his name enough. This is Aberdeen's first shot at the line forward and takes a left foot step, and he's crawling towards the line. His brother's return, of course, for Canterbury didn't go the way that he wanted to, but here we go. Baker. There's a bit of a knock on there. Bit of a knock on. He did. He put his foot out and it's bounced up and hit his hand, and that would be Jake Hardy, would it?
Yep, I'm sure he's Jake Hardy.
Jake Hardy. We're going to have to get that screen happening in front of us. We've all been joking that on our call that we need to go to Specsavers, so that's just the distance it gets you. If you don't know them and they keep swapping positions, it's a bit hard to call.
I'll display my tired eyes. That's all mine was.
As they're about to feed the scrum, Aberdeen again on the attack, 10 metres out, 20 in from touch. Ewan Bartholomew, a long pass, it's gone on the ground, it's cut out forward and along the ground, and it's cleaned up there by Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang plays the ball back to Ewan Bartholomew off to 4 and brings under number 4 for Aberdeen, who's going straight towards the post, but he's shut down there by Luke Gardner. Number 4, of course, being Tyler Campbell. Luke Gardner gets up, slowing down the play of the ball. There might have been a penalty there. Someone didn't tell Johnny Walker that short ball was on.
That's right. Pass was too hard, and I think he was planning on going around the back.
Yeah, I think that there was a call there, but heads up to the Aberdeen Tigers. They've kept a little bit of pressure on Singleton that they wouldn't have been expecting in the opening minutes. They've done a lot of tackling Singleton. Now this is their first opportunity with the ball, Shulzy.
Yeah, mate, defended well, I thought there. We made a couple of silly mistakes, but we defended well.
Here we go, number 6. Jake Smith feeds the scrum. He goes out the back. It's off to that man. Is it Cody Argent?
Yep.
Cody Argent plays the ball back to Will Newenhouse. Will Newenhouse on to Toby Johnson. You can't mistake him, and he's absolutely monstered in his first run of the game by 3 Aberdeen defenders. Tommy Johnson was driven back there and comes across field, picks up Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner again. He's solid defence from Aberdeen. This is outstanding in the opening exchanges. Dummy half there for his number 9 Chad Redmond, of course, and they've made a mistake, silly mistake. I didn't quite see that there. Schultz, I was looking at the program.
Oh, mate, I think it was big Watto tried to do a tip on, and and Jono Johnson.
Jono Johnson, you love talking about him.
I do love him.
I
know, I love him. He's a good player. Been around for a long time. But they just try to tip on. I think that's been our problem the last couple of weeks. We just try and offload too much instead of doing the hard yards and going forward.
So 20 metres out scrum feed. Here we go. 4 and out to Campbell. Campbell pushes off. He's throwing off players left, right, and centre at the moment. They're not getting him to the ground. He makes it over. He's still got his leg speed going. Good on him. He's looking for an offload. He's nearly up to the 10 metre line. He's 15 out. Dummy half was Clark. Clark tips it on to Ewan Bartholomew, who sends it out to a very fast running. I'd like to say Cameron Savage, but it wasn't. It was that man Walker, Johnny Walker. Flat ball from 4 and on to number 11. Daniel Hoogworth. That didn't look like Hoogs. Oh, there we go again. How hard do you want to throw those balls from dummy half, Aberdeen? And the same guy, Johnny Walker, he's not going to catch that.
No way. There must be miscommunication there between his new hooker and himself.
That's their passes for a double cutout that they're throwing that close to the line.
Yep.
But again, Singleton trapped down in their own defensive zone, but they've got the scrum feed and they've got to get out of trouble. But Aberdeen's defence has been really good in the opening minutes. The scrum ball's gone all the way back to the 5'8". It didn't get picked up by the lock all the way back. So Argent again tackled on the 10 metre line, 20 metres in. Number 3. That's Cody Argent.
That's Argent there.
So who was the other guy? Jaden Stewart.
Yep.
Here we go. Off to Rinkin. Rinkin brings it straight into the fence. That's heavy defence. Heavy defence. Heavy defence there by Richie Graham. And of course, Johnny Walker, as they take the ball more. Picked up and backslid. Aberdeen have come here to defend today, that's for sure. They've got a different side, like I said. They're not going to be as razzle-dazzle, but great opening minutes.
They're trying to make a statement here early, aren't they?
Redmond, they're getting out of trouble. As James Bradley puts it downfield. Here he goes. He doesn't want anything to do with that. What's he done? He's let it bounce, Ben Baker, and it's going to hit the corner post or pull up. Oh, he's had to clear. Oh, and a comedy of errors. He's picked it up 1 metre in from touch, 1 metre in from his own eye. And there's wow. Singleton's collected. It's a try. That's a
double knock on.
Double knock on. No, that was dead set. I thought that was a try. So let's see what Jesse. So it was a metre out.
I got Tigers
from the gate entry side of the field. Ben Baker's picked up the ball and the dummy half's gone to run himself. Spilt the ball. Singleton, I thought, picked it up, but a double knock on.
I think I just seen a knock on myself.
That was a massive kick. That was 40 metres.
On the line for me, fellas.
Right down to the try line.
Yep, yeah, and the fullback should have caught him on the full there.
Yeah, he definitely should have. He's the captain coach too. He'll look back at this and think, why did I not try and put my body? There's no pressure.
No, there's no one there.
So here we go. Singleton, Bradley to feed the scrum. He's fed the scrum. It's come out to the right-hand side to Jake Smith. Out to Cody Argent. There's a call for forward. There's definitely no forward pass in that one. As Jake Watts seems to be direct and play, Chad Redmond goes into dummy half. Comes out to an under to Watson. Watson takes it to the... Is that Watson?
Yep.
Watson, yeah.
Yep, Watson.
Just looked a bit different there. He must have had a haircut. There we go. Spins it out wide. James Bradley's going to get trapped with the ball. He's looking for offloaders. No one there to support. John Walker, but underneath that man, Hamish Wolfgang. Here we go. Straight from dummy half, Chad Redmond. He's at the goal post. 5 metres out. Plays it back to Tommy Johnson. He's going to come out to Jake Smith. Jake Smith cuts out one, goes to Rinkin, brings it. No, he dummies to underball, and he's been taken into touch. Is he? No, he's kept in the field of play. Right on this western side of the field. Singleton play the ball. Smith out to Bradley. Bradley, a lot of pressure from Johnny Walker. Grubbers it across the field. It's going to hit the upright. No, it's going to be a try. This is a try.
Yes.
Great. Oh, hang on.
Knocked it on.
Another knock on. So Singleton and Aberdeen. Singleton's just bombed 2 tries, and Aberdeen's had all the ball at the moment.
Yeah, no, we fought back well, and now we can't finish off. It's been our problem like first 2 weeks.
As there we have Cameron French with the ball. He's tackled by Gardner and Johnson as they spin it out to the right-hand side. They're going towards the eastern side of the field, and James Bradley's just made that tackle along with Ethan Edwards. Into dummy half is Clark off to Huey Bartholomew. Cuts out one and goes to Foran takes the line on. He's nearly up to the halfway. Foran struggling to get up to play the ball, but it's got well sustained pressure by Rinkin and Redmond. As here we go, Marsh goes back. He's a great player. He'll take them forward today.
He will for sure.
They're up to the 40-metre line. They've come to the left-hand side. Foran under. No look pass to Campbell. He's collected it. 30 metres out. Last tackle. What's their options? This has been Aberdeen's number one accessory to have, but it's knocked on. It's collected by Daniel Hoogerworth. Daniel Hoogerworth is going to go over for a try. Daniel Hoogerworth has just scored right in front of the scoreboard on the New England Highway end to take Aberdeen 4 points to 0 after a great kick from Foran. A little bit of a juggle there. It's just a bit of pressure.
Our mistakes again.
Yep.
You know, simple as that.
But why was he allowed to score that try with those players standing around?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, we sort of dropped our head a bit. I think Jake Smith had dropped the ball, I think, off the catch, and then from there, the boys stood around a bit, and he just pushed him off, and away he went. But
I think it was Ethan Edwards that had hold of him, but there was 2 players floating around there that just didn't come in, didn't?
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to assist your mate, especially in that area.
Urgency is the main thing, isn't it? You know,
you've got 3 players in the tackle. You can buy extra time to get your players back on side.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Bit of a wrestle.
Yep.
But here we go. Aberdeen, like I said, they've turned up. It's not their common side. It's definitely, it's not going to have to be winning for 4-team competition. You have to make the grand finals where the money's at, of course. But with a few players out, they're throwing together a side that's actually putting a lot of pressure on Singleton in the open stages.
Yeah, that's right, mate. We made our own, but in saying that, we will make our own mistakes early on. We kept them in the game, and then we finally got our main set at them, bombed 2 tries, so to speak, and then we let them back in the game with our own mistake again. And
you're correct, but I've got to ask you, why is it that Singleton can't start off like they finish at the moment?
I don't know. I can't answer that one.
I don't think I'd want to ask Jai Bailey that either. He'd be asking the same question.
Yeah.
Why do they start so ordinary and then come home solid? So here we go. As that conversion goes over at the moment, 6 points to 0, 29 minutes gone on the A+ contracting scoreboard. Aberdeen over Singleton. Sorry, mate, I just had to... that button seems to be playing up a bit for you. Here we go. On the tee, the ball has been placed. Will Neuenhuis to put it deep. He's put it deep.
We haven't called his name yet today.
No, very quiet at the moment, but it's only early. Here he goes. John Walker from front row brings it back 20 metres out, 20 metres in from touch. Tackled by Luke Gardner. And of course, Ethan Edwards. He's had a solid defensive start to this game. He's back in that tackle with James Bradley, and I think that's number 4.
Hardy.
Jake Hardy. Johnny Walker, second run for the day in this set of 6. They're nearly up to the 40, Aberdeen. Clark in dummy half. gives it out to Tickle. Tickle runs across field, picks up Foran. Long cut out pass to Campbell. Campbell's got players either side of him. He's going to go to the ground. He's just stayed in field of play on the halfway line, 2 metres in. Harry Douglas goes from dummy half himself. He's tried to milk a penny there, Harry Douglas from Chalker, who was offside at marker but tripped over. Jesse's allowed play to go. Last tackle. Hoogs. Foran with a torpedo kick that's going to come down.
That's ugly.
And what happens? Number 2, Singleton, Jaden Stewart. His first welcome into the game. Spilt ball.
Our mistake again, mate. We're just getting him in the game down here all the time, aren't we, at the moment?
Wow, well, as you know, my left hand, I lack a lot of grip. I've got no strength.
It wasn't your strong point, was it?
But I have Grippo that I spray on my hand to keep the grip when I have to use my left hand just to, hold a microphone, can of coke. I might get you to run that down to Singleton, eh?
They need something, that's for sure.
That's too many drop balls.
Yeah,
that is too many. What's happened here? We're going to have to tune in and listen. Got a player down in the backfield here.
Let's go again.
So we've just got the Singleton players as we're waiting for Aberdeen's number 10.
Rest.
Johnny Walker down on the 40-metre line, looks like an ankle.
Hold that mark for me there, Worthy.
There you go. You can hear listening in.
Thanks, mate.
Jesse Rudder, they've got communication. It's great.
Someone gets it.
Jesse,
see if young Shaggers are right down here.
That's the referee. He's just going to see if old Shagger's all right down here. Great stuff. And it's great to have the referees mic'd up. Jesse Rudder, of course, is a fan of it. Joey Butler was last year. He has moved on now to bigger and better things. He's going to go a long way, Joey Butler.
Yeah, I went and watched him in the 20s last year. Last year, the year before, when he was doing Parramatta games, and he was going all right down there.
We're not going to we have to apologise now for any language because the referee's just down there. We're just trying to sort out. They asked about the stretcher, but they're not going for that. He's getting up. Oh, there we go. That's the one that we didn't want, but that's come from the player. Johnny Walker, he's obviously in a lot of pain because he's being shouldered from the field.
Ankle ball, look at it.
He's getting a big clap here. It's going to be a slow walk-off too. I think that someone should get out there and assist, give him a bit of a... Otherwise, if he's got another 50 metres to get to the sideline... Here comes Kim Beverstock. She's coming over to help.
Can you give me a hand, Kimmy?
Yeah, so Benny Baker, just kindly there. On Mother's Day too, could you please give him a hand, Kimmy? And a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there too. There's plenty of them, guys. If you haven't done something special for your mum, of course, get out there and do it. But I can't make any recommendations because I'm in the really good books at the moment, being here at the Rugby League commentating on my wife's Mother's Day after our baby was born only 3 weeks ago. So I've done well on Mother's Day. I've been at the hospital 6 years ago at football. But women go above and beyond in our game, and our parents, our partners, our kids. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
That's right, yeah. I don't think my mum will be listening today. She normally comes to the footy, but young fella's not playing. She didn't come, but she's gone out.
Your young fella's off, and all the best to him. Best wishes too. I won't make the announcement, but...
Yeah. No, hopefully he gets accepted where he wants to go, but it'll hang around August and hopefully be able to come back for the weekends.
Yeah, very good. As Tickle's going to feed this scrum 20 metres out now for Aberdeen. Still 6-0. Tickle onto Foran. Foran around the back pass to Baker. Baker out to Campbell. Campbell's trying to stand up Cody Argent, but that's not going to happen. Cody Argent takes him to the ground with Jake Smith. Harry Douglas goes into dummy half. He passes it out to Foran. Foran cuts out to Marcus Marsh. Great hospital ball. Liam Foran, I nearly said Kieran. As number 17 is into the game, that big man, Cameron Savage. Give him a starting jersey, Ben Baker. He plays the ball back. Clark out to Huey Bartholomew. He throws a long, hard, flat ball to Marcus Marsh. And that's a Shepherd. He's given himself up. No. What's happened there? He's given himself up.
Yeah, if he stopped there and the play went right.
Look, well, he did give himself up.
Yeah.
Why Jesse said then play on? Because we're back for a penalty.
Yeah, I think if he went on his knee and stayed there and got tackled, it went right. But because he decided to keep on going, they said no, it had to be obstruction.
Yeah, he should have just thrown it wide or thrown it backwards to someone to take the tackle.
That's right, yeah.
But anyway, Singleton now have come out from their highway end of the field. Anthony Worth on the touch joys made them Lions made the mark. They're 25 metres out, 20 metres in, and solid shot by Marcus Marsh on Rinkin there. Rinkin gets up. He's 30 metres out from the line. They've got to the 40-metre mark now with Tommy Johnson. Tommy Johnson tackled by Savage and by Clark. Redmond to Watson. Watson takes it.
Yeah,
it's just forward.
I was about to say it was nearly forward.
I want to see what he's actually... Is anyone going to question him? Because that was forward.
On the line.
Yeah, well, I'm just hearing we've got the added advantage that we've got the referee we can listen to, and we've got Jai Bailey down here. That is, we can hear him talking through his CV, and he's blowing up deluxe through that CV, UHF, whatever you want to call it. But here we go, Liam Foran out to young Tickle onto Hamish Wolfgang, and it is a known fact, and it's not a joke. There's Bayswater and Power Station pumping. That's what he calls his legs. And Savage brings the ball up to 30. You've nearly fallen off your chair there. That's a true story. He talks to him. Plays the ball back to Clark. Clark onto Huey Bartholomew. Out to Foran on to flat ball onto Hugerworth. Hugerworth brings it in to the centre field, and he's lost that. He's lost it. Yeah. Bit of extra pressure there.
Luke Gardner and Water.
Bit of extra pressure there, and he's not too happy with himself, Hoog, so you'll see him make good of that. But that was a solid tackle, very solid.
Yeah.
Would have been, loose carry.
Yeah, that's right. They got up underneath him, and the ball just popped straight out.
Well, I told you it wouldn't be a blowout score. 6-0 on the A-Plus contracting scoreboard at the moment still, in favour of Aberdeen.
Yeah, we've hardly any ball. Singleton, to be honest.
It's gone. They kicked it back again, and it's gone right. It's gone 10 metres behind the scrum. I don't know why they're allowing that to happen, but here we are. We're now with Jaden Stewart. He plays the ball. He's played it back to, I cannot see that young fella. You'd have to help me out there.
That's Tommy, isn't it?
That's Tommy Johnson there, but number 4. Oh, geez, Jake Hardy. He looks fit. I shouldn't say it like that, but Jake Smith wide to Rinkin. Rinkin gets tackled 30 metres out, 25 metres in from the sideline. Here we go, middle of the field. Bradley out to Ethan Edwards. Is that Ethan? Yep. Ethan Edwards has tackled 45 metres out. Plays the ball back to Redmond. Redmond off to Tommy Johnson. Here he is, full of running. Of course, he made the top 10 players at the moment in Group 21. Plays the ball on the halfway line. Goes back to Bradley. Bradley puts a midfield bomb up. That's going to come down about 30 metres out, 20 metres. Oh, and he's made a meal of it. Singleton Singleton again. Cameron French. Wow. It must be bright out there or something, because that's the second time. Ben Baker?
Right. Yep, that's right.
We'll just try and look where the sun is, but I don't think it would impede if you put your hand up a little bit to...
Yeah, unless you're side on looking to the west, I can't see it being too big of an issue.
That's the second time they've made a fatal error at Aberdeen on the last tackle. Thank you. Lovely Donna Clout comes up and offers us a sausage roll.
Right, and I'm big enough for that, with eating any more sausage rolls and pies.
I like coming to Singleton, I'll tell you that right now. I like Aberdeen. Love it up there too, don't you worry. I like all the grounds.
Yeah,
but I can't. When you're looked after, you'll just like going there that little bit more. But here we go. Campbell's taking it back in behind the mark as he's 30 metres out. He'll shoot from dummy half. Clark. He catches a lazy marker. It was Dale Watson, and now he's 45 metres out. Tackled by Tommy Johnson and Luke Gardner. Plays it back, Foran onto Marsh. Marsh up over the halfway line. He's taken by Tom Johnson and Dale Watson again. Some great defence. These boys are putting their hand up. Here we go. Foran back under to Hugworth. He's walking across field. Well, Foran was taken out a bit late there by Gardner, making him think he couldn't look twice though. As there we go. And he's taken out again. This time he's taken out by Tommy Johnson, but it's well collected down there by Chalker, and he brings it infield. He's tackled there strongly by Harry Douglas. Oh, and a bit of a swing and arm there by Foran. A bit of frustration because he's been taken out twice late. But Newenhouse makes the cross. Oh, he's crunched. Who was that? That was Huey Bartholomew.
Savage.
And Savage had just crunched young Will, but that's... And here we go again. This defence from both sides has been fantastic. Bradley out from dummy half, catches him napping at the markers. He's over the 40-metre line. Here he goes. He's got Chalker outside him. He's off to Chalker. Chalker's in a foot race with Baker. To go back to that, he's tried to chip infield. Baker's hit it and then recollected. So that was probably
that was about, play 3 or 4 maybe?
A nothing again. Go to Graham, mate. As here we are, 10 metres out. Aberdeen's rucking it out from their own line. That would have been a certain try if he just offloaded it or taken the tackle and quick play the ball.
We had 3 people on the side.
Wow.
You had 1 to beat.
But it's only a young fella. Oh, it's a forward pass.
Yep.
Yes, come on, you can't sell that one to me, Clarkey. Clarkey, you can't sell that one to me. Even the bus up here saw that one.
Yep.
But, they're going to have to watch that. And there's a bit of a chat there. We missed that between Luke Gardner, but I'd say that Foran's going to have a bit to say because he's been hit not desperately late, but off the ball on 2 occasions. And that was where that swinging arm came into play. But here we go. Singleton now, 25 metres out. They're showing some great things with the ball, they're just not holding it.
No, that's right. We've got to finish off, and it's been a problem all year so far.
Because here we go. Through Rinkin. Rinkin makes it up just shy of the 20-metre line, centre field. Redmond from dummy half. Bring Watson back into the markers, straight into the markers. Tom Johnson, he's tipped it back. He's lost it back, but Marcus Marsh, they're now only back up to the 20-metre line now through Luke Gardner, who's tackled down low by Marsh and over the top by Ben Baker. And here we go. What is that? What's happened there? And it's come sideways from Singleton, so it's no knock on, but
he knocked it on as he picked the ball up.
And Aberdeen, Hoogerworth knocked it on, but that was another dumb pass from. I'll just call it as it is, dumb pass from dummy half.
Miscommunication. I'm not sure what happened there. He called him out, Dale Watson, to come out to the outside, and then he thought he was running a decoy, and it just went a miss.
I don't know whether Jai Bailey's still up there, but I'll have to ask him what's going on from dummy half. This is not like Singleton. Here we go. Half back. 5'8", out to James Bradley. Bradley around the back to Newenhouse. He's got the foot speed. He's taken on Tickle. He's gone around. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's been cut down by... No, he's still got bounced back up. He was taken down by Wolfgang, and Wolfgang comes for a second chop. He's been now manhandled by Huey Bartholomew. And... here we go. A penalty.
Yep, hold
down. Comic of errors from both sides. But that's definitely got to be fixed up from Singleton, and their dummy half play's been shocking at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the first time I think we've called Will to have a run, and he cut him straight in half.
Yep. Well, there we go. James Bradley kicks it out to touch on the eastern side, and it'll be tapped by Jake Hardy.
Apparently Schultz using
Ethan Edwards.
Thing, is that right?
No.
Well, they said they were listening, they could hear me.
No.
Or just me yelling.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, you can hear everyone yelling up here, Joy, don't you worry. So, here we go, the dummy half, onto Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner goes straight for the line, he's tackled by Marsh. Marsh is tackled Gardner's tackled just in front of the goalpost. Off to Smith, off to Watson. Watson's taken down, he's not made any ground, they've lost ground if anything. They're coming towards this western side. Chad Redmond, dummy half. Goes to the left though, goes centre field. Tom Johnson taps onto Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner's, he's in striking range, but he just can't reach out.
Got to go lefty.
Here we go, Chad Redmond from dummy half. Out to Bradley. Bradley's been taken in the tackle there by Hamish Wolfgang, but he fell off but cleaned up by Harry. I can't see who that is. The young Tickle. Here we go. Bradley for me. He's gone over. That was lazy defence by the Tigers, but well spotted by James Bradley. They were standing around taking pictures.
Yeah, they were short 2 plays back. That's what I said. They had to go left there to Aberdeen's side, the right side. They were just short from the last 2 or 3 plays.
But what you can't do in this level of football is plant your feet.
No, that's for sure. No.
And that's what those players just did.
Especially when you have Jimmy Bradley who can step off both feet.
Yeah, and the defenders either side there were caught with their that's where Adam Clydesdale is chopping the teams apart, because you get stuck in that, he's got the ball, what are we going to do?
That's right.
And plant your feet. You've got to keep moving.
Don't stand there, go up and try and take his space away from him.
That's exactly right. Or at least keep, left, right, make him go the way you want him to go.
That's right.
James Bradley, just great vision. Great vision then. I don't know why Aberdeen were flat-footed, just...
Hopefully tired.
No, well, look. I'm liking it. This is a great
it's
game.
a good game, yeah.
Watch it back on YouTube. It's 6-4 at the moment with the kick to come on the A+ contracting scoreboard.
There's been plenty of mistakes, but the defence has been unbelievable, especially Aberdeen. They've here to try and hurt people today, which is good.
The back three from both sides at the moment, they're all accountable. they need to fix that up. But from dummy half, definitely Singleton need to work on that. I'm not too sure. Might be just a bad day for Redmond. It's not just him. It's whoever fills in there. They're not giving the balls. And, of course, Aberdeen, on the opposite hand, are throwing them like rockets.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. I think there's just a communication problem at the moment. Get that sorted, who's in charge out there, and get it sorted.
And just to recap what happened, Jai Bailey came down to ask us because he thought his UHF was coming through our headsets, and that the people at home and on the video were hearing what he was saying. But no, that...
Letting the secrets out, you reckon?
Yeah. That was my comment about blowing up Deluxe, that he's obviously got a feedback that's coming through on him.
Got a bit nervous.
If whoever is listening that's communicating with Jai, if they can tell him to go down and get me a hot dog, that'd be great. As he's converted that try, and 6-6 on the scoreboard at the moment with 16 minutes left in the first half, and the Bengalla Group 21 clash between Singleton Greyhounds and Aberdeen Tigers. If you're not here, if you're not at the game, if you're at home listening, these are two different looking sides of what we've seen in the past few weeks, with a few players rotated and shift work playing a bit of a difference. But here goes Ben Baker, the ball on the tee, puts it up nice and high. It's going towards the goalpost, but Tommy Johnson comes up to meet it. Oh no!
Jeez.
Oh, that was Ben Hunt. That's all I can describe for the people at home. Underneath the goalpost, 10 metres out. Not even 10 metres, 8 metres out.
Maybe this son is playing heavy. That's 3 or 4 bombs.
They've got to have a look at the ball, I'm thinking.
That's unbelievable.
Got to have a look. Got to have a look at that. Dead set. That ball, mate, it must have no grip on it. It must be one of the training balls. Let's here we go. Foreign from the back of the scrum out to Tickle. On to Baker. Baker, of course, taking on the captain coach role up there. Big responsibility to Aberdeen, makes it 5 metres out. Tickle from dummy half on to, I think it's that man.
Savage, I think.
No, I think that's Walker, isn't it? Savage, yeah. Apologies. Oh, now Liam Ford makes a mistake, but it's cleaned up and it's play on. Who is that with the ball? Is that Cody Argent?
Yep.
Cody Argent? Yes, it is. He makes it up to the halfway line. Now he's going to play it back to Chalker. There's going to be a penalty here if they give it away. Holding down too long. Chad Redmond. It's Chalker's down the round. Chalker's broken through. He's gone around one. He's gone around. He's taken down by Harry Douglas. And woof, there's a sin bin. That's a sin bin.
Got to be close. Yep, there you go.
Go. Professional foul.
Professional foul. There, you heard it. It was. There was an opportunity down here earlier where they could have given it away.
Yeah, got away with one a minute ago. It was close, and then that one was just too long. And
that's Ben Clark to the sin bin for Aberdeen. As the Singleton go back on the attack, they're 10 metres out. Watson, centre field, 15 metres out. Sorry, Chad Redmond. Dummy half, goes to the eastern side, goes himself from dummy half. He's made it up. He's 2 metres short from the try line. Johnson, dummy half, cuts it out, goes out to James Bradley, goes around the back to Will Newhouse, who passes it out to, I can't see who that is. Can you help me out? Is that Jaden Stewart? Jaden Stewart. Jaden Stewart plays it back to Newhouse. Here we go, Hardy off the left.
Bradley.
Sorry, I'm just looking at James. I was looking at Hardy then. Here we go. Dummy half. What was that decision? I'm not too sure that was the right call. It wasn't even the last.
He's lost it, did he?
He's lost it in the field play. And he's grounded it, he's called. Yep. But that play wasn't on.
No. Luckily, we pushed up enough to get him reset set.
There's no communication there for that little grubber kick. Definitely not on. As here we go. Singleton will receive a dropout from Liam Foran. And they put the blowtorch back on the Aberdeen Tigers with 13 minutes left in the first half. It's still 6-all on the A+ contracting scoreboard. James Bradley offloads there to number 15, Jake Willis. Jake Willis. He's picked up and backslammed there by that man. I haven't called his name. Richie Graham. I think he might have started off on the bench, did he, Richie?
Yeah, I think he did.
So there we go. As here we go. Jake Smith around the back to Will Newhouse. He stepped back in field as he does all the time and carving up the defence, pushing him off left, right and centre. Off to Watson. Watson comes across field. He's trying to look at the numbers they had out there. He should have
offloaded.
As you can see, Baker's gone out to field to defend on the wing, and they've gone the wrong way. They've come back into the heavy traffic, and Tom Johnson gets tackled. Center of the field.
Left again.
Well, if they're listening, they need to. No, they don't. They've come to Jake Smith, who gives a short ball onto Rinkin. Rinkin's going to go in, is he? Yes! He goes over for a try. It doesn't matter which way they go, as long as they get over that white line, and Rinkin has just done that. Great try.
I think Aberdeen's looking a little bit tired, to be honest. Like Marcus Marsh, he's struggling to get back there a bit, you know.
Why wouldn't you have gone to the left, though?
I don't know.
There was 2 occasions there where they had the numbers.
I watched and he should have offloaded earlier, but anyway, we got over. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's
for me.
The main thing is getting the points, of course, but it's just there's a lack of communication happening out there.
There is, yeah. And I suppose it comes down to 2. You know, Redmond's a new player to the club, and is in a crucial role at hooker, so it takes a while to get used to.
Yep. But, you know, Rinken's always going to be hard that close to stop anyway.
That's right. He's been playing well since he came here a few years ago from Greta.
Great signing. Yeah, look, I'm just trying to look at Jake Hardy. Like, I called him all last year for Musselbrook, but and every other year. But I've got to try and get a grasp. He's had a haircut. He's looking fresh. He hasn't got the.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He definitely hasn't got the tan that he had. He's white.
I'm not used to him wearing a centre jumper either.
No, but plenty of talk from him out there, which I'm just watching right now. But James Bradley's been very instrumental in orchestrating this back line at the moment. And now that Willis is out there, we'll see what he can add. But Neuenhuis lines up the kick. He should have no problem with this, but I don't want to put the commentators.
No, don't do that.
Believe it or not, there was a position there. I think it was Scone missed one here the other night when I gave him a rap the other weekend. But here we go. Great crowd down here too, especially for Mother's Day at Singleton.
I see there's Marcus Marsh just going up for a spell. I thought he was starting to look a bit tired.
So here we go, Bill Neuenhuis. He's taken his time with that. And he's kicked it, he's put it over. Takes the score to 12-6 in favour of Singleton Greyhounds on the A+ contracting scoreboard. 10 minutes till half time. Both sides at the moment have just been the victim of their own mistakes.
That's right. We've always say all along it's a pretty simple game. We'll get the mistakes out of your game, get to compete and get to the other end.
Been asked to give you a slap up the back of the head, but I won't do that because you're on the left-hand side and you've got it over me there. Well, actually, probably on the right side too. But anyway, Baker kicks off. Here it goes. They're going to let it bounce again. Singleton, what are you doing, Chalker? He catches the ball at full pace, and there we go. Welcome. Tyler Campbell says, "Hello, mate. Come here." Here we go. They brought it infield, and that is the new player on for them as well. Number 17 is Nelson Gardner.
Yep.
Very damaging play when he gets full head of steam. James Bradley out to Cody. Willis. Jake Willis. Sorry, you've got to keep an eye on him now. He's out there 25 metres out, centre of the field. Redmond dummy half. Off to Bradley. Bradley goes out. There was a connection there by Huey Bartholomew, but he didn't complete that tackle on Ethan Edwards. But they're laying all in the ruck there. They're flirting with the penalties.
Yep.
Let's here we go. Centre field. Willis again. They're 45 metres out now. Last tackle. Singleton. What do they do? Do you put it out to the sideline and go have a scrum feed? Or no, they're going to go centre field bomb that's going to bounce 25 metres out. Bounce in favour of Aberdeen, and Harry Douglas just collects the ball. He steps around one, steps around two. He's in the clear. Here he goes, Harry Douglas. He's got the speed too. He's up over the 50. He's coming up to Will Neuenhuis. You won't get around him, mate. I'm sorry. You should have had the ball in the other arm and fended. Here we go. Hear the crowd here. And Aberdeen through Tyler Campbell have gone to the centre of the field. He's just been crunched by Nelson Gardner and James Bradley. Aberdeen on the attack. Second tackle, 20 metres out. Foreign from dummy half. Off to Huey Bartholomew. Out to Hamish Wolfgang. He's a hard man to stop too. We've got to get that fend happening. Here we go. Back infield. There goes Richie Graham. Richie Graham takes it to Nelson Gardner, and we've got an Aberdeen player down in the background, but he's back up. It's Wolfgang. He goes foreign from dummy half. He's going to bring a double under, but he doesn't. He gives it to Savage. He's over. You're not going to stop him. Great try. Again, that was just well read. Double unders there, and he took the right option and gave it to Savage.
Yeah, ran hard too. Big fella, he ran hard. Very hard to stop that close to line. A
very entertaining game of football down here today at Pirtek Park, as it's now 12 points to 10 with the kick to come, nearly right in front again. You're right, we haven't called his name that much, Will Neuenhuis. And young Harry Douglas, you've played a lot of footy. It's been my pet hate to see people run with the ball in the wrong arm.
Yep.
He needed to get that ball into the other arm.
Yeah, that's right.
Neuenhuis. But Neuenhuis would have taken him down.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about how strong Wolfgang is over the other side of his palm, and that's all he needed there. He's never going to run around him, that's for sure. He just had to either drop himself a bit lower, drop his shoulders a bit lower, and try and run over him, or give him a good palm.
Well, there you go. Maybe Aberdeen needs Shane Hasselman back. Hey?
I'd like to see a few of the old fellas running around. It'd be good.
What about that Tuckerman?
Shrubby. Is he giving you a stick, is he? Is he not even running water, is he?
No, I can't. No, he's at home listening, mate. He's
unbelievable.
Well, and then I've just got an SMS too. I haven't checked my phone yet as they've converted that try. It's 12 all with 6 minutes to go on the A+ contracting scoreboard. Speaking of that man, Andrew Hughes, he is listening. He's listening to our game from Seminyak, Bali.
Life's tough, isn't it?
Oh, well, I can't complain. It's much nicer weather than Thursday night, let me tell you, here down at Pirtek Park at the moment. But have a great time over there, Hughesy, and from Group 21 and all the Rugby League and the Westpac Helica Helicopter. Thanks for all the support you give to Rugby League. Will Newenhouse kicks off. It's gone down to Tickle. Tickle takes it 5 metres out. He's given it to the try scorer, Savage. He's full head of steam. He's taken straight into Willis, and I cannot see who that is underneath. Is that Tommy Johnson?
That was Argent. Cody Argent was underneath.
The long hair. Who's that with the long hair? But anyway, we'll go back to the play. I thought that was Tommy Johnson. Hang on.
No, Tommy Johnson's got his man bun happening over here near the ref, so I'm sure it was Cody Argent.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's number 11, Hugworth. Being a bit quiet, he's still been effective, but Hugworth's usually in it. There we go. Forward and back on that big boy.
Ethan Edwards.
Ethan Edwards, yes.
That's who it was, Ethan Edwards.
Yes, we've now seen the number as Marsh plays the ball 45 metres out for his own line. Baker puts his foot on the accelerator. He's going to be careful here, not for an instruction, but he's taken down by James Bradley. Last tackle. Foran's in the position. Centre of the field. He goes deep. Kicks it deep towards the goalpost. Chalker. Oh, he's boggled it and he's caught it. Luckily, these back three from both sides at the moment. And he's been crunched by the kicker, I believe that is Foran that's chased that down there and completed the tackle. Chalker plays it back to Will Newenhouse, gives it on to, I believe, that to be Stewart, Jaden Stewart, coming for a run. Taking a bit of pressure off, is it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, there we go, another big tackle. Who is that? 15 for Aberdeen would be Travis Bateman. As here we go, bang. Oh, that was a bit flirting with the high shot there, Huey. You're going to have to keep them down. You and Bartholomew.
Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion.
We all know where you think the head high start. As it made it 45 metres out from Aberdeen into the line. Last tackle. Bradley, what is his with these bloody midfield bombs? And here we go. Ben Baker turns his back, takes it cleanly.
Better.
Professional. Comes out of the Sydney competition. He was very effective down there. He's played the ball back to Huey Bartholomew. A lot of Ty Walker's getting back on side for Aberdeen, and he's just gone straight through the middle of them as Tommy Johnson collects him and tackles him with Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish makes it up to the 40-metre line before he's cut down. Willis is over the top, but it's Ethan Edwards underneath that's made the tackle. As here we go, Travis Bateman goes forward. He's tackled by that man, Ethan Edwards again. That was a quick play the ball. That's what they need, Aberdeen, on the moment. At the moment, as Huey Bartholomew's got absolutely zero support outside him and had made it 35 metres out. Last tackle, centre field. Foran dummy half. Takes it. Little chip over the top, over the back behind the winger. They've got a favourable bounce, but young Chalker just takes it to the ground. And he's surrendered. I didn't know there was a surrender tackle anymore. But there we go. Will Newenhouse, dummy half. He's come across field, as he does always, and looks for that spot, but he hasn't found it. He's palmed off Tickle, but Tickle's come back in for a shot over the top. Underneath was Travis Bateman. He's slow to get up to play the ball there, Newenhouse. Ethan Edwards has busted through the line, though, but he's cleaned up by Ben Foran. Plays Chad Redmond from dummy half. He's come across field. He's found Nelson Gardner charging forward. 45 metres out from his own line, centre field. Redmond in dummy half again. Goes to the eastern side to Bradley. Bradley, long ball. Very long ball. And there we go. Jake Hardy hasn't got the speed. Oh, they've not caught that one, but here we go. Jaden Stewart back inside. No, why didn't he pass that? Great tackle by Ben Baker. He drove him nearly into the fence. That was on then if he played.
Yeah, should have come back inside, but he did have a person lingering on behind him to get him, but I would have come inside, kept the play going.
Well, there you go. Here we go, 12 all, 2 minutes 55 remaining on the clock in the first half of the Bengalla Group 21. Just had another SMS come through, Kurt Dials giving us a score update from Wellington, 5 minutes into the second half. Holy Christ, Wellington 70, Dubbo Westside 4.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That sounds like my Parramatta team.
Wow. You go for Parramatta, you are a loser. Anyway, here we go. The ball comes out to Tyler Campbell. He's tackled 20 metres out centre of the field by Jake Smith. Oh, here we go. Is this against the play? This is against the run of play. What's he going to call here? Talk. Talk, Jesse. No, he just made it that he's just rolled the ball between his legs. So with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock, right in front. Here we go. Hang on.
What's up with that? It's not or nothing.
You can't just make the motion he's saying to play the ball. You've got to play it properly.
Hey.
He's saying he just lifted his leg without having a striking motion.
That's exactly right. We'll look back at that, but he's just going to have a talk, Ben Baker, to Tyler Campbell. Just say to him, mate, just make sure those little things, these are things that cost us points. So, minute 40, right in front, Will Newenhouse will take all the time in the world to get this over the posts. But once again, both sides just the victims of their own errors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and both teams look a bit tired now. Like a couple of minutes, we've got a minute and a half to go. So this is get their breath back. Both teams are trying to just get back to the sheds at half time and start again, I think.
Cameron Savage has made a big difference since he came on. You said he should be in the starting side.
Yeah, huge difference.
But Nelson Gardner as well, he's been effective. But Ethan Edwards, how often have we called his name in defence?
Yeah, no, he's a good kid. He had a stint went down off-season with the South and, didn't quite make it, so he's come back.
Oh, he's got that through just Will Newenhouse. As Aberdeen will make it back, they won't try and get to the kick-off. I can see Ben Baker's on the 10-metre line, all the players are nearly up to the 40, but he's started to jog now with the ball. They'll have another shot here, but it may be a short kick-offs to go for Aberdeen, just with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's right, or put it up nice and high at least to see if their sun causes them grief again.
Well, they'll be using the sun to their advantage in the second half, the same as Singleton has this half.
Yeah, that's right. They'll be kicking over this corner. They can't catch it over in this left-hand corner.
Just trying to think who can jump on this side. I know that Hamish Brook can, but no, he goes deep and high down to Jake Smith. Jake Smith's under it. He takes it, offloads Nelson Gardner, who's taken a right foot step straight into the traffic, and he's tackled there by number 17, Savage, and number 9, who's back on, Ben Clark, after his stint in the sin bin. Clark again makes that tackle. I can't see who that young fella is. Is it Rinkin?
Rinkin.
It's Rinkin. As there we go. He's trying to wind down time now. There we go. 14-12 on the A+ contracting scoreboard here at Pirtek Park for the Bengalla Group 21 competition. First grade Singleton taking on Aberdeen. What's your thoughts so far, other than their own mistakes, before we have a break?
Yeah, that's right, mate. I just think both teams Aberdeen's trying to belt us out of the game, so to speak, which is good. That's what I like, and we're probably making too many mistakes and carrying them down the field too easy. So for us as Singleton, we just need to complete our sets and get back to basics.
And of course, the dummy half play from both sides, they need to work on that.
That's right. Yeah, the communication from both teams between their halves and the hookers is just not happening at the moment.
Well, we do thank Carrot and the collective for their support of the Footy Fever commentary team, and we're going to have a little bit of a break now, put on a couple of his tunes. We've got some new stuff coming, mind you, but we'll be back in about 3 minutes to give you a bit of thoughts before they take the field for the second half in the Bengalla Group 21 competition. Thank you to Carrot and the collective. Now, Schultzy, it's 14-12 in favour of Singleton. It hasn't been a polished performance by both sides, but it's been entertaining.
Yeah, that's right. I'm quietly confident that if we can just complete our sets for Singleton in the second half, I think we can come away with this victory, hopefully.
Well, the text message has been coming through, and I know it's not our group, but over there, score update from Kurt Doyle at Wellington 70, Dubbo Westside 4. Well, I'm glad we're not watching that match here today.
No, that's right.
This is a great match and two great sides. As we said, there's only 4 teams in the first grade competition, and we've spoken about it, but they're 4 quality sides, and they've got the diversity there to move players into different positions, as we've seen. Clark's a great dummy half, so Hugerwerts had to go to second row, and Baker will just be trying different little things, but you do need to accumulate these points there still.
Yeah, that's right, but with only a 14 comp, you got more leeway, so we're only into round 3, so I'd say he's just testing a few things out and to see what works best for them before they settle down to the second half of the year.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, look, I'm going to have to tell you that it's rightio. I'm getting told that I'm getting instructions via text message now. But Aberdeen, their dummy half, those few first opening minutes, those pressured passes were just not required.
Yeah, that's right. They should have been well and truly ahead there. The first 10-15 minutes, they had pretty much all the ball. I don't think we even called Will Newenhouse's name once to touch the ball, and he's quiet.
He's been very quiet today. He's I think there's a bit of nerves. Like you said, they're a young side. You've got Cody Argent, Jaden Stewart, Will Newenhouse, Brendan Chalker, and they've made a couple of mistakes. Jake Smith made that mistake that you called it Jake Smith. I'm only going along with where you were.
I hope I'm right. He'll kill me otherwise.
Not just you, me. And you've got a better chance. You've got two working arms. But the mistakes from Ben Baker, very back there, not taking that ball on the full, and then the mistake from dummy half by young. I think it wasn't Harry Douglas. It was Cameron French, or maybe.
Yeah, I think it was French. Yeah.
Look, they've got to. It's round 3. I know it's neither here nor there, and we've got a lot of footy to be played, but. You can't be making those mistakes. These boys need to, I think, is it the case that some players are going, we're going to make the semi-finals anyway, I won't turn up to train and I'll say I've got to work. And
that's the worrying thing, isn't it?
It is.
And especially with a dry track, beautiful day today, we should have a lot less mistakes.
But as they take the field, at the moment, Aberdeen will receive the ball on the highway end from Singleton. Bradley Schultz joining myself in the commentary, of course. The famous holds the record, but it's not on the best end of the scale we spoke about earlier. But we do all have our regrets, don't we, Brad?
Yeah, we do. That's right. It's not if it's a regret, because we had a great year,
Yep.
I would have loved to have played the whole 80 minutes, of course, and but sometimes you just out there in the footy field you get a bit hot-headed, and it was a massive.
I've never been sent off, but I've been simmed a number of times, so I know how you feel. I've been.
Yeah, and these things happen. I don't have any regrets about it. Just that's what happens, and people get over it. If they don't get over it, it doesn't bother me,
Fair call. Man that says it as how it is. That's what I like. No mincing the words.
What happens on the footy field stays on the footy field. I've got plenty of mates out there.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Will Newenhouse to get things back underway as he kicks the ball off. It's gone deep. It looks like Tickle underneath it. He's going to give it to Savage on the 10-metre line. Savage flat out into Tom John.
Good tackle, Bill.
Great tackle over the top by Redman. He's obviously been given a bit of a rev up at half-time by Coach Jai Bailey. As here we go, number 13.
Good run.
Jason Hovey, it is, into the match for Aberdeen. He started off on the bench as well. Jason Hovey, nearly 30 metres out. Not bad. Now, Jason Hovey, I'm going to be a bit critical here. He left Muswellbrook. He was one of the players that said he only wanted to play reserve grade. So we didn't have a first grade competition for Muswellbrook included. So that's a bit disappointing for the competition.
That's right, yeah.
I only want to play reserve grade, but here we go. Clark off to 4 and off to Hovey. He's a good player.
Yep.
And here he is. He's up over the 40. He's over the 30-metre line. He's got support inside of him. He gives it off to 4 and a bit too early. He could have drawn and passed a bit more, but Will Newenhouse trying to wrestle 4 and 4 and's over the line. Has he got it down? I think he has. Jesse Rudder's going to point to the spot, and it's a try. And there you hear it come through.
Rolled over and got it down. I seen it hit the ground. I saw it hit the ground, mate.
There we go. You can't.
No, can't complain. He's seen it.
Will Newenhouse did a great job wrestling there. It was one of them spots, and Jesse's on the spot, so he's called that as it is. But we were just talking about that boy, Jason Hovey, and he's a great player. But only wanted to play reserve grade.
Yeah, that's disappointing. We've had the odd player do the same thing. It's disappointing because you want to achieve the best you can. It doesn't matter if it's Group 21 or wherever you are, and you want to be aiming for the best. So you want to be playing first grade, and he's just come out and made a massive impact. His first 2 runs there is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I said, and I like the kid. That's really good. But when I spoke to him firsthand, and he said, "Look, I don't want to play reserve grade. That's all. Muswellbrook have him sign up, and we could be having a 5-team competition."
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
That's not being critical, of course. That's just
how it is.
How it is. I would just call it as I see it. And Jason, if it was a matter of playing first grade, I would have liked to have seen a 5-team competition. So, mate, I'd love to see a 6-team and 8-team competition in Group 21, but we'll do what we can, and we'll assist wherever we can as volunteers to make sure that does happen in the future.
Yeah, that's right. No, we can only deal with what we've got, the cards we've got at the moment. We've just got to try and look forward now to next year, moving forward to try and get it back to more teams.
Let's here we go. Ben Baker, 16-14 wins the kick to come. Only 2 minutes into the second half, that try, and it did come on the back of Jason Hovey's 2 big runs and an inside ball.
I'm not sure what happened to our defence then when he went straight through. There was a massive hole there.
Here we go, Ben Baker, 20 metres out, about 18 metres in from the eastern touchline, strikes the ball. No problem at all. Touch judges' flags go up. 37 minutes gone. Aberdeen in front, 18-14. Great opening minutes for the boys today. both sides. But Chad Redmond, of course, obviously and it was only Jason Hovey that made that real big impact there.
Yeah, I hope they got that fixed up. I'm not sure what happened. There was a massive hole in our defence.
He's a great player.
Yep.
He is fantastic. As Ethan Edwards kicks off the ball at the moment, I'm just being a bit distracted at the moment.
Savage has just teed it up with not a good run. That's 2 in a row from that side. Aberdeen play the ball. Who's that one?
That might be Travis Bateman.
Yep.
Travis Bateman, 30 metres out, 15 metres in from touch. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. My wife just messaged me, so I just had to. I'm sorry, guys. I have to message back my wife. It's Mother's Day. She's sacrificing a lot. New bub and all. It's Jason Hovey plays the ball back. Scored out to Kieran Ford, and now they're different side of the first half, running the ball. The Aberdeen Tigers. Clark, from dummy half. That was forward. Yeah. Again, he's come across in front of the markers and tried to offload. One of the markers was blocking the running on the blind side, and
tried to thread it through there, and it just went forward.
Yeah, to be. Look, I've got to call it as I see it, as always, mate. As I always do, but Jesse Rudder's doing a great job today.
No, I think he is. As you know, I get critical of referees, but
really.
But we've only got what we've got, and they do it. They try and do their best they can. As simple as that. And I think he's doing a real good job today.
Okay, here we go. As Jake Smith feeds the ball, he passes it out to James Bradley, who's offloaded it there to Hardy. Hardy's tackled halfway line, back to the centre of the field to Willis. Willis puts his head down to burrow through from Savage and Clark, but he couldn't go to it. Here's Chapman. A knock on by Jake Willis. Great pressure there by Cameron Savage and Clark, but he did knock it on. He knew he did.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no arguing. There's no one out there. Oh my God, the game's over there in Wellington thanks to Kurt Dyle. 106 points to 4.
Wow.
Well, Diley, let's just say we've got a great competition here and it's going really well. We're watching a better game. 18 points to 14. 34 minutes gone in the second half. Sorry, 4 minutes left in the second half. It's 4 off the scrum. Gets the ball, gives it on to Campbell. Campbell comes back towards the centre of the field and he's tackled on the halfway line. Forwards direct and play. Great tackle again, Ethan Edwards and Redmond. Here we go.
Savage again.
And look, he's making 10 metres plus every time he runs the ball. Yep. He's doing a great job. Should be followed up by another front rower run here by Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman comes out. He tries to get the arm free. He's over the 30-metre line. 10 metres in for touch. Back to Clark. Off to Tickle. Tickle on to Foran. Foran with the dummy underneath to Hovey. They're offloads to barnstorming Hugerworth, who keeps the ball in one hand and then offloads. It's try time. It's try time to Huey Bartholomew. Great play by Aberdeen. Well executed, and just the defence didn't read it.
No.
But that was Hugerworth again.
That's right.
That Engel running, Hugerworth brought him underneath. He's carved the defensive line, kept it in that one arm, and a great offload.
Yeah, we're struggling inside. We aren't pushing up in a line, and when they come back on the inside of ours, our boys aren't pushing across. They're walking.
Well, that was well executed. You train for that, and it executed very well. But Aberdeen up now 22 points to 14.
They've come out running the second half, haven't they?
Yeah, well, you saw that run by Savage, like I said. Savage and Hovey at the moment are making immense of it, but you see here they're going to make some interchanges. Singleton themselves, they've got Luke Gardner ready to go back on, and number 16 Jay Ferry. Yep. Jay Ferry is a great solid runner of the ball going forward, so I think it's communication Singleton's lacking. I know you're saying it's youth, and I agree, but it's just that communication doesn't seem to be there in the defensive line, not so much in attack.
Yeah, I just think that we've been lazy. For 2 of them tries there now, they've gone back on the inside, and our inside runner's not pushing across. He's been lazy. He's walking instead of running.
Yep, I'll go with you on that one as well. Here we go. He's lined up the ball. He's 10 metres in from the touchline on the eastern side, 20 metres out, again similar to where he was before. We'll just give him an extra 10 metres to kick the ball. But here he goes. Does his normal stance, the Ben Baker stance. Doesn't do the Piggy Riddell arm though. But here it goes. It's gone. That's looking good, but it's waved away. And it remains 22-14. 32 minutes left on the match on the A+ contracting scoreboard. And a big shout out to all our listeners, and especially the men out there. I hope you Tuckerman, I know you're listening. You've been sending messages. Hope you're doing well and treating your wife and all your mothers out there well today. As Aberdeen receive the ball, it's a long rubbering kick along the ground. It makes it to the try line. Hovey runs the ball. He's over the 10-metre line. He's going sideways, crabbing across, but he's nearly made it to the 20. Just short of the 20, but he's 10 metres in from the eastern sideline. He gets up, he's walked it a couple, he's on the 20-metre line, and from dummy half jumps, I'd say Clark, but
I missed it.
I think it is Clark. No, Campbell. Sorry, Campbell went from dummy half to Savage now. See, this is the combination they've got running.
That's right.
Tommy Johnson, Luke Gardner straight in there defensively, as well as Ferry. Clark dummy half. Out to Foran. Foran passes it out to Tickle. Tickle made his debut last week in first grade, and here he is tackled 40 metres out from his own try line. Chad Redmond just laying on a bit too long there, but he's got away with it. But here we go, Ben Baker on the fourth, puts it downfield from the 40-metre line. Is it going to bounce out? It's not going to be a 40-20, but Will Newenhouse has got a lot of work to do here, as he doesn't make it very far, and he's tackled by Ben Baker. 15 metres in from touch, about 18 metres out. As here we go, Chalker comes in for a run off the wing. He's run centre field. He's made it just short of the 20-metre line centre field. They need to get some structure here. Singleton Greyhounds for sure. He plays the ball. And that went to number 2, Jaden Stewart, who passes it off to, I think that could be Rinkin, is it? Can't quite see, but here we go, James Bradley. Oh, it's Sargent. Here we go, penalty. What have we got here?
Inside the 10.
Yeah, inside the 10. Jason Hovey gave away that penalty. And here we go. Jake Smith kicks it for touch. It's gone down to the eastern side. Anthony Worth has it as about 35 metres out.
We needed that, I tell you. We're struggling there.
Here we go. It'll be Cody Argent to tap the ball. Offloads. Here he is. Rinkin. Bang. Flat out. It did a little bit of a stop there, but Campbell's brought him down. They're nearly 20 metres out. Jake Smith. Off to... There he is. Jay Ferry. 15 metres out. Plays the ball back. Redmond. Johnson around the back to Bradley. Bradley flat ball to Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards has still got that leg drive. He's only about 2 metres out from the try line. They're laying all over him at the moment. Will Newenhouse dummy half. Cuts out, goes around the back to Bradley. Off to Johnson. Johnson does a little bit of a jig and a dummy. He gets tackled. They're not making any ground, but they're better positioning themselves. Jake Smith with the ball. Grubber. Oh no, chip over the top. You get up. There we go. He's down.
Good try.
That is a try. Jaden Stewart, I believe that.
Brendan Chalker.
Brendan Chalker. There we go. Yeah, that's the completion. That's just getting in better field position. Like I said, they weren't going forward, but
that penalty helped us big time. We were struggling, couldn't get back, weren't getting any yards. Aberdeen was belting us around.
Who's we?
Oh well, sorry, I shouldn't be biased, am I?
No, that's all right. Look, we get it all the time, but no, look, that's
I'm doing my best.
You're doing, mate. You're doing bloody well. I enjoy the company. I loved last time we called a game together. We had fun. So, but one of the other things to look at now is Aberdeen are bringing back on Marcus Marsh. And one of the things I like about Marcus off the field, as you can see him down there interacting with the young guy doing the interchange, is the way he sort of mentors also. He doesn't give any lip, or he's not arrogant.
No,
doesn't think he's better than anyone else. He's just so humble. He got Player of the Year a few years ago. But he actually does show time to the juniors and also the young referees. I've never seen him get up and abuse a referee.
Yeah, no, good footballer too, real good footballer.
That's the type of people you want in your club. That's what you build your club around.
Yep.
Singleton at the moment, James Bradley is very dangerous taking on that line. I think a few more short balls to Tommy Johnson might open some gaps. Nothing?
No, I've got nothing at the moment. I'm a little bit I'm not nervous. I'm just trying to think what we need to do to improve ourselves. We just don't seem to be right in defence at the moment, but attack's starting to come on.
Communication in defence. Yeah. They're not sliding. There's no talk. Jason Hovey's come off straight away. Yeah. What's happened there? He's
we just, between him and Savage, I thought it was the main instigators out there to run forward, and if you brought Marcus Marsh on there, that would have been dangerous.
Yeah, Newenhouse. Well, Marsh has replaced Hovey. He's had 13 minutes of first grade so far for Aberdeen Tigers, and it was 13 strong minutes. So
missed the goal, didn't he then?
Yeah, he missed the goal. So it's 22 points to 18. Aberdeen are over Singleton on the A+ contracting scoreboard with 27 minutes left. Ben Baker puts the ball on the tee. It'll be another high one. You'd be thinking he'd be going down to the direction that he actually kicks it straight, so they're looking into the sun. Jake Smith's underneath it. He takes it cleanly, offloads to, is that Ferry? Yep. Look at him go.
Good run.
That's a same run as we saw from Aberdeen a minute ago. He's nearly up to the 30-metre line, 20 metres in from touch. Redmond from dummy half off to Rinken with plenty of go forward. That's another brilliant run. He's over the 40, he's over the 50. Look at him go for a second rower. He's down to the 30-metre line. Play the ball. Where's it going to be a quick play the ball? It's off to Will Newenhouse at dummy half. Straight out to Redmond. Redmond offloads to Ferry. Ferry takes it forward. They're 20 metres out centre field.
Quick play
Redmond,
the ball.
quick play the ball. It's got the markers napping. Hang on, something's happened here.
Milk the penalty, in my opinion.
Marcus went there. Hey, there was hands only when he was on the ground.
Have a look at the same thing. Nil. We haven't got one yet.
Nice.
Same thing, they're holding us down. They're not squaring, they're stepping to the right.
Yep.
Well, there's a bit of nice captain coaching. He didn't speak disrespectful to Jesse. He was just pointing out that same thing's happening for us, sir. So that's great captaining. I don't like captains to go up and try and rule the roost and abuse the referee. You've got to speak civilly.
That's right, yeah. They're doing the best job they can do, so...
Yep. As here we go. Tom Johnson, is it? Takes it to 3 metres out from the... No, it's not Tom Johnson.
It's,
Willis, is it? No.
Rinken.
There we go. Out the back to Bradley. It's coming around anyway. Bradley's off his left foot. He's looking for support. He's tackled there by... I can't see that Travis Bateman and Huey Bartholomew. Redmond will go from dummy half himself, surely. Offloads to Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner is close to the try line. I think he'd be hating that. He's getting caught millimetres from the try line all the time. Redmond brings it back under to Ferry. Ferry's got his body down low. Has he got it down? Yes, he has. 5 Aberdeen defenders, and he gets that down right next to the upright, or inside the upright. And that'll take us to 22 all here on the A+ Contracting scoreboard for the Bengalla Group 21 competition. With 24 minutes left to go. That was a great play. I thought that they would have shut that down, Aberdeen. He went back into traffic, but that's just the wrestle.
They had plenty of players there, didn't they, on the place? But that's just determination. That's what we were talking about before, you know. You've got to go forward hard and get low and a bit from determination.
Same as the wrestle down the other end that we thought was held up. Exact same thing. Just determination. You've summed it up.
I'm glad we scored then, because when Rinken made the break, he had Newenhouse inside and didn't see him in time and got tackled, and I thought, geez, he was away, you know, so I'm glad we scored then.
Well, they've just answered the call, haven't they, from Jason Hovey and Marcus Marsh.
Yep.
They've turned it around, and now you've got Rinken with the likes of Jay Ferry. That's fantastic. You know,
young Cox is coming on for his first time today. Number 14.
I can see him there. What position will he go to?
I'd say hooker or somewhere to that effect.
Not much of him.
No, there's not. He when we were struggling a bit, in the last couple of years, he come up and stood up. He's a genuine reserve grader, but tries his heart out, you know.
Very good football at the moment here. Better than over at Wellington. So here we go. Right in front of the uprights. Will Newenhouse should be able to throw this over, but won't put the mockers on him. 23 minutes to go. And it's over. 24 points to 22. Singleton are back in the lead here at Pirtek Park in the Bengalla Group 21 competition. We are in for a solid finish. What do they do now? As we said, it was communication in the defence for Singleton, but now they're putting it together with the attack.
It probably all comes back to that piggyback that Singleton got off that penalty, you know, and then we got scored 2 tries since.
Here we go. Ben Baker puts the ball on the tee. He puts it up. Oh, that's a great kick off the way he's got that ball. It's going to bounce out. Why are they letting it bounce, Schultz?
I don't know.
Jake Smith collects it and gives it on to Ferry. Ferry's been tackled there by Savage over the top, but underneath it was Campbell. As Talker brings it infield, he brings it straight into Marcus Marsh, and Marcus Marsh says, "I'll have you, mate, just tell you there."
That's a terrible mow he's wearing there.
That's a man bun, isn't it?
I don't know what's going on.
As Luke Gardner brings it out into the centre, he's a front rower, but he can play any position, a bit like Tommy Hagan. As here we go, 30 metres out. James Bradley inside to Tom Johnson. That's the combination I said to look out for, but he's well shut down, well read there by Ben Clark and Hamish Wolfgang. Here we go, Cox from dummy half jumps out, goes to again to Luke Gardner, who's run into the 8, 9, and I think it's 10. No, but it's a replacement 10. It's Savage. Oh no, Nick Cox. He was thinking 2 plays ahead, and he's picked it up and held it too far out in front and dropped it. changeover too, last tackle. That's going to hurt.
He's seen 2 front rowers at markers. He thought I could scoot here.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw them. Yep. I think he was trying to draw them into him, but can't hold the ball out like that. Here we go. Bateman runs into a very heavy tackle by Ethan Edwards over the top, and Tommy Johnson, Nicholas Clark jumps out from dummy half. Here we go. Ethan Edwards, Tommy Johnson, and Luke Gardner accommodate Savage. Oh, that's a hair pulling. That is hair pulling. You can't do that.
No,
you can't do that. Oh, he's gone straight off too. He's gone straight off, Savage, after that. That's a couple of weeks normally. But anyway, here we go. We've got the ball going outside. I'm glad that did not come through the microphone, but it wasn't pleasant for Cameron Savage comments. But here we go, Foran. He's thrown a nothing ball backwards. And now he's been cleaned up. Great defence by Singleton at the moment. Some sloppy play by Aberdeen.
Jake Smith then pushed up.
Play the ball. Huey Bartholomew's gone the crossfield kick, but it's gone nothing, straight across field. Hamish Wolfgang. Oh, it's gone. Here we go. Tickle's going for the corner. Oh, I'm
going to say try.
Well, yes, it is going to be ruled as a try, but I thought his foot, if we look back at that on the replay, if that came up here to us, we had multiple camera angles. That was a bit different, but great speed by Tickle. Great speed, but again, off a mistake from Aberdeen, they've capitalised. It was a crossfield kick.
Of a nothing kick, really.
Yeah.
We knocked it forward.
But I think that's just an experience thing too. Why would you, from Singleton, go up for that?
Yeah, that's right.
Contest it.
That's right.
So, well, Luke Gardner just having a chat. We missed it, but by the looks of Jesse Rudder, he wasn't too deterred about what he says, but he wasn't too impressed either by the looks of it.
Apparently, you can't pull his hair.
That's what it was about.
That's right.
You can't pull his hair.
Yep, you called it and it was right. But
mate, it wasn't a pull of the hair. That was full-on jerking on it. Was that the incorrect word to use? Well, that's what it was.
Your words, not mine.
You can't. I knew that'd come back to bite me in the arse today. As here we go. This is only literally if it's a size 10 shoe in from the sideline. Ben Baker kicking towards the gate entry to Pirtek Park. Touch judge is looking in the sun. The crowd's into him at the moment, giving him a little bit, but here we go. He looks at it, he does his stance, puts the hands together. Anything he doesn't have, that Piggy Riddell does, is the point. Here we go, he moves in. He strikes it. It's going to... Oh, it's hit the upright. Hit the upright and it's missed. There we go. Aberdeen 26 lead. Singleton 24. 18 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this second half of footy. The whole game coming down to this last 18 minutes in what's been a very entertaining game of football. Full of mistakes, but what's been polished has been great to watch.
I was about to say, I think it's going to come down to whatever team holds the ball here and completes their set, they're going to win this game.
Well, Jay Ferry's been brought off. Here we go.
Quick stint.
Let the ball bounce off the kick-off again. Aberdeen need to have someone up in that 10-metre zone. As here comes Marcus Marsh back centre field, tackled by Watson, Gardner, and I think that is...
Young Coxie, wasn't it?
Young Coxie, is it?
Yep.
Puts his body on the line. Well, there we go. Aberdeen play the ball back to Clark. Clark takes a scoop from dummy half, finds the markers napping, and he's tackled by Watson and Bradley. Here we go. That could be a penalty.
Got a lucky way.
Very much did. As Foran goes out to Hoogerworth. That was a marginal. That was flat. Pass out there to Campbell. Campbell will play the ball back. Here we go. Hoogerworth again. He's back in there. He runs back into the marker defence though and is tackled 45 metres out from the Singleton line. 10 metres in from touch on the eastern side. Here comes a kick from Foran. Foran makes another midfield bomb. Singleton wide. Are you going to contest that? But James Bradley takes it comfortably. 25 metres out from his own try line. Will Neuenhaus dummy half off to Nick Cox, is it?
That's Hardy.
That's Hardy. Oh, well, sorry, Jake, but
you've had trouble all day with him, haven't you?
Yes. Mousetrap move. Didn't work. There we go. He's getting... That's like 3 dogs on a pig. That's 3 pig dogs on a pig there. Here we go. James Bradley takes a hit up. He's over the 45-metre line. And there they go. Singleton's calling for the forwards. Where are the forwards? Here we go. Jake Smith. Off to Watson. Watson takes it to the halfway line, to the kick-off position. He's picked up, but he's stabilised. He's right there on the halfway line. Last tackle. Centre of the field. Nick Cox off to Jake Smith. Jake Smith punches it downfield. It's going to go straight down the throat of Harry Douglas, who runs across field. He's straightened it up, and now he's going back down that corridor in the 20-metre zone, and he's tackled. I can't see who that was. That was Brendan Chalker.
Brendan Chalker.
And here we go. Campbell brings it across to the centre field. He's tackled by Ethan Edwards and Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner having a fantastic game while he's out there. There's Hamish Wolfgang. Jeez. It's getting confusing. This is getting really fast. Here we go. Young Huey Bartholomew. But Liam Forum is rallying the troops. Yep. He's waving his arm like, come on, get going. There we go. That was a bit of a jiggle under there. And a little hospital ball inside for Foran to Clark. Foran dummy half takes the kick. He's kicked it down to the corner. Oh, it's well bounced. It's set up well, but Aberdeen, Harry Douglas doesn't quite get to Will Newenhouse. This could be dangerous. You don't want him in open speed, but Huey Bartholomew and Clark shut him down 25 metres out. Luke Gardner is blown. He's 40 on the 40-metre line. The play's only just coming towards the 30-metre line at the moment. It's Singleton rucking it out of their own space. Here comes James Bradley. Onto, who we got there? Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards is wrapped up. Solid defence. That number 14 for Aberdeen's having a wow of a game, young Tickle. Nick Cox. Onto Bradley. Bradley's been dangerous as well. Here he is. He's up to the halfway line. He's in a wrestle with, who's that underneath? That could be Marcus Marsh. Here we go. They're going back into the... What's he going to blow? Is he going to blow that? No. There we go. Jesse, there's a tip just right there, mate. But here we go. Out to Jake Smith in the centre of the field. He punches it down into the clearing. That's the kick you want. Landing right down there, 3 metres out from the try line. Chalker, he misses him, runs straight at him. Here we go, Ben Baker down the centre of the field. Ben Baker, he's got one to beat. Oh, he's giving it on to Liam Foran, who was waiting back there. He's going to give it out to Campbell. Oh, that was a flat ball. But here we go, the Tigers, they're shut down. Singleton very slow to get back on side. A quick play the ball here. Foran's waiting at dummy half. Come on, get up. Foran. Out to Clark. Clark takes it forward. He's over the 20-metre line. He's about 15, 16 metres out from the Singleton try line. Foran's in dummy half again. Singleton still getting back on side from 2 plays ago. It cuts out, goes to Tickle. Tickle takes a little left-footed step. Here he goes, a little jig, and he's over for a try.
He's played well.
We just wrapped him a minute ago, and he's done that bad read, but they shouldn't have ended up back down here so quick. That was terrible defence. Yep. Chalker raced out of that line, should have committed to that tackle or waited for his own players to get there to support him. Yep. Created that gap, and of course when you've got players coming back through the ruck, Ben Baker's very dangerous.
Yep, he made the effort to get there as quick as he could, but unfortunately a few of the other players were lagging. We didn't have a nice straight line, and he went straight through. We struggled.
And again, that Tickle.
Yeah, that's right.
He's playing Josh Tickle. He debuted last weekend. He's going to be one to watch. We've talked about the young fellas coming through in Grid 21 when it was the James Bradleys, the Daniel Hoogerworths.
Yep.
Remember that name.
He's
going to be a big one, Josh Tickle. That was very nimble on the feet. I think it was James Bradley stood up.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. In you called it, we struggled to get back 3 plays later, Yes. We're going to score for all money.
Yeah, you've got to make that effort. I know you'd be blown. It is hot out there. It's not like it's a cold day. That sun is hot. And the players are actually looking red from breathing in a lot of oxygen, but they've got to make that effort. Here we go. Kicks the ball. And it's gone over. Well converted. 32 points to 24. 12 minutes to go. I'd be saying that whoever the Aberdeen president, Peter Fitzsimmons, is down there, he won't be impressed. No. That would be a fine, if best, to the Singleton club. That should not have happened. I mean, people at home can't see it, but someone stood up and punched the sheet out on the dugout. So here we go. Chalker extends it along the ground off the kick-off back to Huey Bartholomew. Here he comes. That's John Walker. Straight back up the centre of the field. Is it John Walker or is it...
Making yards, I know that.
Big Diff. Got a wind in the sail or that's John Walker or is it... Yeah. He's taken the ball there, and we've got another Aberdeen player just run the ball up, or I couldn't see who was Hamish Wolfgang. Marcus Marsh takes it to the 40-metre line, just short of, and he's tackled very well by Rinkin and Watson. They can't fault the forwards in the Aberdeen side for their defence at the moment, but here we go. Thomas Johnson for the Singleton side, sorry. Did I say Singleton? Oh, Jake Smith, bit of a second effort.
Yeah, that was lucky.
And here we go. Chip over the top by Foran, collected by Campbell. Campbell off to Harry Douglas, who kicks it back infield. Aberdeen are all...
There's 5 Aberdeens there. Who wants to pick it up?
Who wants to pick it up? Aberdeen's got them at 6 and 7 at the moment.
Yep.
They're all, look at this, send it wide, Aberdeen. If you send this wide, user in, do not go to the boot. But here we go, Foran cuts out. It's gone, here we go. We've got a foot race on Jake Hardy. He's intercepted the ball. He's offloaded to James Bradley, who's palmed off Tickle. He's got Marcus Marsh. Dude, go inside him. There we go. Oh, it's a flick pass. What a ball! What a ball. Jake Hardy is running. They've just returned it all the way down to the New England Highway side. Jake Hardy under the sticks. A play that looked like Aberdeen was going to score from all money. And Jake Hardy, a cut-out ball by Foran that's gone to ground. And there you go. It's Singleton Aberdeen. This is a juggle. This is an arm wrestle, mate.
Very, very lucky. The Aberdeen should have scored for all money.
Aberdeen should have been over in down in that corner.
Wow. But
that's great.
We'll take that.
Yeah, that was a great pass from James Bradley.
Good effort from Marcus Marsh too. Front row on a 5'8", stepped inside him, and he still held him up enough that we had to pass it. And luckily enough, we had a bloke supporting.
What was Marcus Marsh doing at fullback? That's what I want to know.
Bit of pace. Just wanted to show what he got.
Well, there we go. Plenty of time, 10 minutes to go, 32 points to 28. Kick to come, right in front, so we'd nearly say 32-20. But here we go, 10 minutes remaining. Newenhouse right in front. That was a fantastic try. And he converts it, 32 points to 30. Aberdeen still leading Singleton in the Bengalla Group 21 first grade clash here today at Pirtek Park.
It's been a very entertaining game, hasn't it? Been plenty of mistakes, but it's been entertaining.
When it's been good, it's been good, but when it's been bad, it's been bad. So anyway, young Tickle's been very good for Aberdeen. He's been fantastic. Here we go. Ben Baker puts it high. Jeez, he's got a boot on him. Down the throat of Jake Smith. They need to complete this set of 6. The Singleton Tigers, Singleton Greyhounds. Watson makes it over the 20-metre line. He plays it back to Chad Redmond. It's going to go to Tom Johnson. Here we go. No, it goes back to James Bradley. Out to Ethan Edwards. He's made a break. He's through. He's over. He's just met it. One-on-one strip by Hamish Wolfgang. 40 metres out from the Singleton defence. That's not what the Singleton Greyhounds needed, but exactly where Aberdeen wanted. Marcus Marsh runs into Luke Gardner, bumps him. Gardner comes back.
Over late.
Has a little bit of a flop. You can't put that down as a tackle, Luke. That's a flop. John Walker, big run. He's 20 metres out. Now they've got to muscle up. Look at this, back's turned.
Yeah.
Oh, they're very lucky there. Yep. Singleton are very lucky. Aberdeen, of course, in the play the ball.
Tried to play it too quick.
Yep.
Tried to play it too quick, made a fatal error. But you go back to that footage, and Jai Bailey will watch it. Everyone on that left-hand side had their back turned, running back with a quick play the ball.
We were struggling, but not being biased, I think he tried to get up too quick to play.
Oh, he did. He lost it.
And it's one of them fine lines, isn't it? Because Sealand, like our defender, had his hand on his arm, on his back, so it's in the play the ball as well. It's 50-50 call sometimes.
Here we go. James Bradley feeds a scrum. He's gone out there to. You can call that young fella.
I can't even tell who that one was.
It's young Jaden Stewart.
Yep.
No?
Yep.
Cody Argent.
Yes.
Cody Argent off to goes from dummy half, and now we're on to Watson. Watson's 30 metres out from his own try line. Chad Redmond in dummy half. And what did we think? What did we say happened? Here we go. Rinkins just made his own. There was no one there.
No.
That drop ball wasn't needed. There's 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 32-30. Singleton down at the moment against the Tigers.
I was going to give Ethan Edwards a rap, and Rinkin's been playing. Their back rows have been good today, but they've just made the next two mistakes.
Well, here we go. What have they got in the tank for the defence? If Aberdeen go over here and get the 6 points, it'll be nearly too late, but here we go. Ben Baker drifts across field, now accelerates. Jake Hardy says, come here, and he's going for the one-on-one strip, but they're all very lucky for him that he pulled out of that decision. James Bradley was there. Baker's been swung to the game. They're going to try and suck up as much time too. As here goes Cameron Fench. Haven't caught much of him today, no. Cameron Fench. No. Number 12 for Aberdeen plays the ball back. And there goes John Walker. He's made up for the men's. He had that first little error there in the game, but he's doing really well. But he wouldn't have been able to catch that ball going 60 miles an hour anyway. But he's forward under again to Hoogerworth. And again, oh my God, that's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
And Foran has not moved. Who was that?
Oh, it was Jake Smith, I thought.
That was a late shot. That was a very late shot. So, and Foran hasn't moved. So we'll wait to see what happens here.
Hey, penalty for. Hey,
Who was it?
one of them.
Yeah, which one?
One of them. Yeah, so there you go. He's no.
Oh, I turned it back down and we missed it. So,
Right.
is he going to call anyone out?
No.
He hasn't called time off. Probably 6 minutes to go. 32 points to 30. Here we go. 25 metres out. They're bringing it in for that. I didn't see who it was either. That's why I asked you.
Definitely Jake Smith.
Definitely Jake Smith. Well, there we go. As we've got the
Can't
ball.
miss them two wombats behind him.
Here we go from dummy half. Clark passes it to the foot of Marcus Marsh, who traps it and just succumbs to the tackle. Tom Johnson. Here we go. Ben Clark, dummy half, Foran goes across field. And his language probably came through the microphone from out in the centre of the field there. There was no one running outside him. Foran tackled there by, I think it is Redmond, centre of the field. Clark comes out wide to tickle out the back to Ben Baker. And here we go, Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang for the try line. He's just short. Hamish Wolfgang gets up, plays the ball. Huey Bartholomew, he's got out of the tackle. He's thrown it wide. You're in trouble here, Singleton. But no, Hoogerworth has got plenty of time to move, and he's over the try line. Oh, he's lost it, and it's gone back. Oh, hang on.
Oh, what's he called here?
Whoa.
Should have been play on.
Well, if that's a penalty, that's number 10 just went over, Johnny Walker.
That's called a penalty for a strip, but the ball's come out. It should be play on, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, I think if he looks back at it, he'll say, yeah, there's obviously a reason that they make these decisions, but yeah, Johnny Walker's now on the. I don't know why that was. That should have been just play on try. Here we go from dummy half. No, he's dropped it.
He's lost it.
Oh no, this could be a crucial point in the game. Crucial decision there, whereas the ball was stripped. It should have. I'll see if it's actually asked. Ben Baker's not actually going over there. I thought he was. But now Singleton had the ball on what could have been a play on try. They've got 4 minutes to go the full length of the field, need to get a penalty to take the 32 or to score a try. But there's 3 minutes, it's 32 points to 30. Aberdeen leading Singleton. Singleton with the scrum feed, 10 metres out from their own try. Oh, here we go. James Bradley got to the ball. He's tackled 10 metres out from his own try line centre field. Into dummy half. He's young. That was
Ethan Edwards.
Yeah, dummy half that's Jaden Stewart. Here we go. They're laying all over him. He's hurt. Is he? Yes. He's down. Tackle two. Is that Ethan Edwards? Is it down?
Number 11, Ethan Edwards.
3 minutes 30. Time out. 32-30 Aberdeen. Over the top of Singleton at the moment. We're in for a finish. But we've got Ethan Edwards down at the moment, and it appears to be we could have a fair bit of time here because it might be is it a neck?
Yeah, he's concerned for. I don't know if it's his back or his neck, but they're definitely doing a test to see if he's all right. Whether he's back or whether he's
left. Yeah, this
is laying him flat.
Yes, he hasn't moved, so he's up.
There he goes.
There we go. So
just be precautionary and make sure everything's okay before you let him move.
Yeah, he's definitely holding the back of his head, his neck. So the water boy's out there with him at the moment. Jake Smith will play the ball, take over markers. John Walker and Ben Clark, Redmond at dummy half. Which way's he going to go? But it looks set to Tom Johnson and Rinkin out to their right-hand side, our left. He has to play the ball. There we go. So if he's good enough to stay on the field, he has to play the ball. So Jake Smith won't play the ball. It'll be Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards back to Chad Redmond. Now back to Tom Johnson. He comes across field. He palms off one, palms off two. He's been taken in the tackle though. As they come again twice, it looks like it's foreign. Here we come from centre field, Jake Smith out to James Bradley. They're trying to shift it across field. Ethan Edwards, he just was down hurt. He's just taken it straight back into the centre of the field into Marcus Marsh. Redmond dummy half. He's kicked it.
Looking for a 40-20
He's got a 42 on the angle, but what's the call there? What is that decision all about? They're going to try and pin him down here and create an error, but Ben Baker gets it. He's made it around Ethan Edwards. Of course he will. He's got the speed. He's made it around. No, he doesn't. Jaden Stewart, great tackle around the legs. Here we go. Hamish Wolfgang, centre of the field, 20 metres out, takes it down. Singleton trying to create an error or something. I don't know what that kick was early. One-on-one strip? No. But it's anyway, it's Luke Gardner on Cameron French, and here's John Walker. He's up over the 30-metre line. He's still got the leg speed. He's 35 metres out.
I definitely think he was going out for 40-20 to get the angle right.
And here we go. Tyler Campbell comes in for a run. He's up to the halfway line. Now we have the last tackle. Out. Oh, hang on. Last tackle. John Walker's got the ball. He's going to get stuck with it. Is he? Singleton's walking. Why are they walking? But it's a good kick. It's a good getaway by Huey Bartholomew. There's no urgency. They're in trouble.
Get down.
As they've been tackled there, Jaden Stewart. 1 metre out. That should be a penalty. As here we go, Hardy takes it to Will Newenhouse, who brings it into the centre of the field. We've got 1 minute 50 left on the clock. Aberdeen up 32 points to 30 over Singleton at the moment. Jake Hardy dummy half out to James Bradley. James Bradley around the back to Chalker. Chalker's 20-foot to accelerator. He's going around them. He's got to come to Harry Douglas. He gets around Harry Douglas. Can he get an offload? He didn't look for support then. He's 20 metres out over the other side of the field. James Bradley comes across. He takes on the line. There's no runners. There's no one going forward.
They've got to put their hand up our forwards.
Tom Johnson stuck with the ball. Just short of the 30-metre line, James Bradley. Oh, nothing ball, but Jake Hardy collected it. He's going to get it. Here we go. Jaden Stewart. Go in. Oh, beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle by Hamish Wolfgang. That would be just about the ball game. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds left. 32-30 to Aberdeen over Singleton on the Bengalla Group 21 competition. Don't know whether Jaden's had much experience with Hamish Wolfgang, but you wouldn't try and take him on the outside.
No, once you spotted him in there, you should have just went to the ground or just step back inside and get low.
Yeah, definitely. But 32 points to 30. There is the clock's counting down now for 46 seconds.
Yeah, miracle
it's been
for
a very entertaining game at times, but it has been sloppy. There definitely needs to be some...
not making an effort.
They're not making an effort. He just said, we're going to call time.
There's no lock.
There's no lock. It's a bit of a laugh out there.
It's good to see.
Yeah, that's 39 seconds it stopped at on the clock. 32-30. Aberdeen to feed the scrum. Singleton need a miracle. They need an intercept. They need a one-on-one strip. Here we go. Huey Bartholomew from the back of the scrum.
What's he called there? He's kept time off. He didn't call time back on, I don't think.
Nobody was up there. You've got to go through that.
Here we go.
Yeah, you've got to go through that.
Ethan Tickle. Sorry, young Tickle's getting Josh Tickle's getting an exclusive how to feed a scrum. But there we go. Huey Bartholomew from halfback takes it to the 40-metre line. He's going to absorb as much time. 25 seconds left. Ben Baker with the ball. He's just taken it. They're just absorbing it.
Take it one out and I'll finish it off.
Tommy Johnston still goes strong. Here we go. Not 18 seconds left in the game. Ben Baker slow to play the ball. Here we go. It's going to be this will be the last play. It's Johnny Walker from dummy half. Tom Johnson takes him down. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds left. He's going to play it back to Ben Baker, who kicks it out.
Yeah, all over.
All over. There for the Group 20, Bengalla Group 21 clash today between the Singleton Greyhounds and Aberdeen Tigers. Aberdeen Tigers running out victorious 32 points to 30. Schultzy, do you take it?
Mate, Singleton will be obviously disappointed, but I think both teams had a fair crack today, and Aberdeen I thought come out here to bash them a bit more, and they defended a lot better than we did, and we made plenty of errors, or both teams in the end made plenty of errors and communication problems, but in the end, I think that probably the right score. Really, Aberdeen was too good at the start of that second half. They come out firing, and 2 quick tries is all over. Really.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of action on the sideline down here. Jason Hovey's actually punched the sheet out of the. It was him. We saw it. So, without a doubt, there's some damage done to the equipment down here. That's got to be something that Group 21 has to take up for sure. That's damage to property. But anyway, that Mars a defeat, a win to them. There's going to be more to hear from that without a doubt. But Jesse Rudder, I thought he did a great job out in the middle today.
Yeah, and we thought one crucial call when Aberdeen could have scored, and he called it off. That other than that, I thought he did a very good job. So I'm probably glad that Aberdeen won in the end because it might have been very crucial, that call.
So look, I'm going to have to ask you, who's your player's player from both? Look, who would you go from both sides? 2 points in it.
Oh, mate, I'm going to. My mate Savage, he made a hell of a difference. When he was out there, him and Marcus Marsh probably the most go forward. So for Aberdeen, I like them, and for him, he's so controlling of the game, isn't he? He's got plenty of time on his hands. So that's probably my 3 for Aberdeen, and our back rows I thought were pretty good today. They tried hard, so that's probably I'll go that way, eh?
Yep. Oh, look, I'm going to go with Tickle.
Yep, he was good. Yes.
Yes, I think he was a difference, but sort of in attack. But they've both got to pick up. They've got to review this video, have a look at it, and see where they went wrong. But dummy half passes, they don't in the first opening minutes, mate.
Drilling them. But look, Gardner. Jesse does some work, doesn't he?
He does.
The size he is, the big unit now as he's getting older, he puts his hand up and he looks buggered, and then all of a sudden he goes again.
Yeah, so we can finish it there. We'll wrap it up. Schultzy, thanks very much for your time for the Footy Fever. We're live on the couch this Thursday night. The boys doing our live show about the big week that's been. Watch the videos. This will be up on YouTube as well, but it's been great, mate, and I want to see you more involved with group. Anyone out there, put their hand up, and it's great to have you in it back again.
Yeah, it was probably a good thing that I come up here so I didn't drink so much down there. But
and happy birthday yesterday.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, no, I hope the listeners weren't too disappointed on my talk.
Oh, mate, we're volunteers. We're doing our best to give it to them. It's not like we're paid professionals, so...
No worries.
Rightio, mate. Well, that's it for us from the Footy Fever. It's 32 points to 30 in the Bengalla first grade clash between the Singleton Greyhounds and the Aberdeen Tigers. The Aberdeen Tigers winning. Until next weekend, take care, and we'll talk to you then.